Ah, Fnaf. The juggernaut of survival horror games that allows players of any age to enjoy the ride of dying to vengeful and horrific animatronics over and over again. You might be thinking to yourself, Oren, why are you talking about Fnaf? And the reason is because I always secretly wanted to get into it. For a long time, I've learned a lot about Fnaf through secondhand information and other creators I like watching on YouTube. I never actually took the time to really dive deep into any of the lore, the books, the plethora of games it has, but I will say I did watch the movie. I really liked it. I even gave it a nice review on Letterboxd, and in my own personal spreadsheet where I keep record of everything I've ever watched or played, I gave it an 8, which to me means it's a pretty darn good movie. But when I saw The Secret of the Mimic was coming out, I thought this might be the perfect time to jump into the series as a newbie. I might miss deep lore references and maybe some cameos if I wasn't paying attention, but I threw caution to the wind and said, fuck it, I want to play Five Nights at Freddy's. So I did. Like I said, I'm not a veteran of the Fnaf series, and a lot of the stuff I have seen has been online from other creators or from friends just telling me some new thing that happened in the series. I've been around the block and know the general idea though. For instance, I know that William Afton is a professional victim maker for kids, and makes sure their new homes are a bunch of Chuck E. Cheese animatronic rejects for the rest of time. I also know some other stuff very vaguely, like a tiger with blue and green eyes, the Mimic, Vanny, Springtrap, Glitchtrap, which I assume is the same guy but a computer virus, and some major incidents like the bite of 83 and 87, and there was a precursor event called Fall Fest where everything went to shit. Outside of that, I know no details and little to no context for a lot of the things in the story. So if I get something wrong, please just treat me like a dumbass and not like someone who is maliciously wrong in trying to tell you that the sky is a whore or something. So now that we have my lore out of the way, let's talk about the game's lore for a bit, because I really liked it.
Finished a 36-hour shift and I'm struggling to stay awake. Frankly,
oh, can I drive?
I tried to tell my manager that I can't like this anymore.
Get me off! Get me off the road!
We need you to take one more shift for us, since you're our closest technician in the area.
I'll give you a very basic summary of the plot without spoilers, and then after that, I'll be getting into the actual spoilers of the game, but I'll make sure to give you a warning so you can skip it if you want to. The game starts off with you playing as the character of Arnold, a Fazbear technician who just got off a 36-hour shift before being called by Fazbear Dispatch to get right back on the clock because they need you to do some bullshit. The dispatch tells you that a contractor named Edwin Murray was working on a special project for the Fazbear Company and hasn't been answering their calls for a while now. Since they contracted Edwin, they want their shit because it's their property and they want it now. Dispatch tells Arnold to drive to MCM, or Murray's Costume Manor, to pick up the tech that Edwin was working on. They do warn Arnold that the sensors inside of the building say that something is moving around, but they don't expect there to be any confrontations or anything dangerous that would stop Arnold from getting the tech. When Arnold arrives at MCM, Dispatch provides him with the Data Diver, a little tech device that allows the user to access the doors inside of the factory by having different levels of security permissions. After entering the factory through a series of left-behind garbage that creates a small unintended obstacle course outside... Oh, it's a little playground, I didn't even notice that. When I was little, I used to play with these things, and one time I went to a park and they had one and I just kept spinning it, and then I thought to myself, wouldn't it be interesting if I just stuck my head in there? And then I got walloped immediately and I was like crying, and then my biological dad was just like, you're kind of dumb, aren't you? Arnold is brought into the Manor's welcome show before it unexpectedly shuts down, and he has to manually find an emergency door that security and other employees had to use before him.
Now it's time to explore. Step right up, don't be scared. It's time to open the door.
Yep, that seems about right. That seems about right. After going down what is, unironically, a very terrifying hallway filled with darkness and very dim red lights highlighting the different costumes littered all around the storage area. This is awful. Like, just look at the red glow of these guys back here. Just menaces. Look at them. It's like they're following me with their eyes. All right. Well, thanks for... Who the fuck are you? Like, legitimately? Who... Okay. Whatever. We're fine. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. Hey. Oh, god damn it. This sucks, dude. Like, this just... This one, I don't like the elephant. Like, the elephant makes me nervous. Look at this guy. Yay. Arnold finds his way into the security office where he connects with Dispatch again. Dispatch tells Arnold that the tech that they are looking for is located in Murray's office, and to get there, we will need to find all the different security permissions throughout the factory to get there. So, where do you belong? Basic, security, repair, creator, admin, executive. Oh. I need to be an executive, baby girl. Baby doll, I need to be an executive. To paint a better picture here, there are a few levels of security permissions that the data diver uses. Visitor, security, repair, creator, admin, and executive. You'll have to go through all the different areas of the factory in order to find these different machines so that you can get the highest level access for Murray's office.
This is the spoiler section. Be warned about the spoilers that I'm about to speak. If you don't want to be spoiled, skip ahead to this timestamp.
Let's talk about some of the juicier bits of the story now. Now, as we progress through the factory in different areas, we find a lot of different animatronics like Jackie in a box. Why am I scared? I'm still, like, I feel like now anything's just gonna jump at me. Cool. Cool shit happening right here. Hi. Oh my god. Why are you this? Look at you. Look at, you're awful. Look at you. Someone's gonna wear that mask and they're just gonna murder another child. Yeah, I can't go back down. Cool, so I gotta go into fucking evil room here. Oh, why is God? I just heard a noise. I don't like the vibe of this place at all. Okay. Epic. Epic. Okay. Okay. I expected it. I'm gonna leave now. Goodbye. Big Top, who is our music man for this game. Oh, you're bad. You're bad. Like, there's nothing good about this design. It just sucks. Oh, okay. There you go.
Welcome to the
Jesus.
Big Top Show. Please spin on the prize wheel. Head over to the prize wheel to redeem your
Can I just
free
take this?
spin.
Tickets, please.
Sure thing, bud. Yeah, I fucked up. I fucked up. Yep, I fucked up. God damn it. Gotcha, bitch. I don't fuck up again. I don't fuck up again. Try me, bitch. Please don't actually try me. I don't think I can handle this.
Tickets, please.
Nice.
And what did you win?
A free spin!
Free spin on the prize wheel.
All right. Like I said before. I was gonna say try me, bitch, but he did try me. Oh. What the fuck, Music Man? Nurse Dolly, who then turns into Molten Dolly.
Back to work, you.
Oh, get back to work, you silly goose.
How does it work, you may ask?
Cool. That actually did kind of get a scare out of me. There it is. There it is. Okay. I knew it was about time that I would get caught. Okay. And then jump scare the robot. Gets me every time. Oh no. Oh no. Ouch. Ah. Oof. Go away. Go away completely.
I recommend shock therapy.
Isn't that funny?
We need to run some tests.
No, we don't. Die! Die! Hey, we won. Good job. Lots of lava for a costume factory. What the fuck? How are you alive? Okay. All right, you know what? That's fine. Look at her. Look at her. She's coming out like a goddamn Dark Souls boss. Let me through, let me through, let me fucking through, let me through, let me through, let me motherfucking through, let me through, let me through. Why did I think that was the way to go? In my head, I was like, yeah, this makes total sense. I'll just jump off. This is great music, by the way, though. This shit is so fucking cool. Listen to it. Yeah. But don't worry, it doesn't end yet because we still have to get to a point where I fall again. Fuck you! I knew that shit was gonna try and bait me like that. I knew it was gonna try and bait me. Nice. And we got a new achievement. Complete all repair tasks. Yippee! Yahoo! Maybe not.
Hey, Ryder. There's too much weight in the elevator.
Oh, hey!
I'm not here to shame. I suggest a good diet and exercise.
Oh, fuck off, Fiona.
Try.
I'm sorry. Oh. I'm surprised this would kill you and not the fucking heated magma metal. Obviously the mimic. What's up, dude? A surprisingly cute, chubby-looking Chica on roller skates. Everything just got real quiet. I don't like this at all, actually. That is a crazy-looking Chica. Look at him! Oh, she's rolling. I didn't realize she was rolling. And the music's back on, baby. Look at her. She's living her best life. What the fuck? Chica! Oh, hey. What's going on? Okay. That was pretty scary. That was pretty scary. You fucking snitch. Really? I felt like she just turned the corner as I was in the locker. I feel like I was in the locker. I think I was in the locker there, Chica. Oh, shit. I swear to God, I think I accidentally hit the trigger by accident. By complete accident, I touched the trigger and I just got me out of the locker immediately. I don't know why that happened. I ain't touching the triggers this time. I swear to God, I ain't touching the triggers. And lastly, the white tiger with blue and green eyes. Okay, I have to get back to the security office, which means this is probably going to be a chase scene in a second here. But first, hello, little buddy. I love you. I don't even know what's going to happen here. Cool. This is creepy. Okay, I didn't know if I was supposed to get to him or not. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, I think I'm dead. Oh, am I supposed to just look at him until he disappears? This is a weird thing to do. This is fucking weird, but I like it. Jesus Christ, that actually got me that time. Go away. Okay, so I looked away for a second and then he was there. No, it's just how maybe I need to wait more. I don't know. Maybe I have to look at him again. Because now I'm just kind of like, I'm confused mostly. I don't think I fully understand this. Like, yeah, that was stressful, but it was like stressful and not the like scary way. It was like stressful in the way where like, I hope I don't fuck up and get sent all the way to the beginning of the part again. Cool thing to see first thing I come out. Each one of these characters have an area in the factory where they all patrol, chase, or hunt Arnold as he's making his way through. For each of these areas, the first playthrough was the roughest because I had no idea what I was doing, and I was actually really scared for some of it. That's him! Oh no! Oh no! They illuminated this one, but they hid this one. I see you, motherfucker. Alright. Oh, shit! Okay. I'm glad I knew of this spot at least. Okay. Alright, it was the fucking elephant, like I said. Okay, we got this, we got this. Okay, in we go, in we go, in we go, in we go, in we go. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know if I'm safe, but I hope I am. By the time I went back through it to complete the game, a lot of these sections were more manageable for me because I knew what to do. Except for 2, but we'll get back to that later. Anyway, as we make our way through the factory, we find a lot of history within MCM and how they wanted to operate their business. Edwin was an inventor, and his wife, Fiona, was a brilliant designer for a lot of their characters.
Aren't they insane? The look of these new animatronics is Fiona's design, and they're great. Oh, first they approved the art, then they approved the proofs. Now they changed their minds. Well, we're so close to final. Why would they change them now? Are they pulling my leg? The new concepts are, frankly, creepy. No, it doesn't matter. I'm not changing a single bit of her work, and they can't make me.
But eventually, they couldn't keep their head above water financially and needed a solution to help keep them afloat. They started creating more animatronics that could do more jobs like recycling, acting, producing, directing, and a whole lot of other stuff. They made toys and food and sometimes furniture, but that ultimately led to accidents and lawsuits when things didn't work well. By the time we have all the permissions, we find recordings in both audio and text logs talking about how Fiona died at the Fall Fest.
I hope this message reaches you as soon as you get a break.
I have to go help the Fall Fest crew, just for a few days until the installation is finished. It's hard to explain. I just have this terrible feeling like I need to be there so nothing goes wrong, just in case. Trisha will babysit David while I'm gone. I love you both, and I'll be back next week.
Leaving Edwin and their young son David to mourn. Shortly after that, Edwin created the Mimic, a once-in-a-lifetime creation that was intended to be a guardian and babysitter for David.
David, I want to introduce you to someone. This is M1.
Why does it look like that?
Look like what?
It's scary.
Oh, it's an endoskeleton. It won't always look like this. It'll wear fun costumes.
Like what?
Anything you want. It can fit into any costume we've created. Think of it as your new babysitter. But it doesn't get paid and go home. It'll stay with us and help around the house.
While Edwin was just consumed with projects at work trying to make everything financially stable again. Over time, the Mimic, known as M1, started to behave and mimic like Fiona almost perfectly. For Edwin, this was a miracle creation and made him believe that he had Fiona back in some way.
Fiona, did you make this?
I baked it myself
What?
for David's special day.
Great.
Use the Mimic to recreate his loved one. Which, kind of on brand for this series, but after some time, David sadly passed away, which drove Edwin to the realization that he was just too preoccupied with work and never spent time with his son. He left all of the precious time he had with David to M1, and now he'll never see his son again. M1, as Fiona, tries to convince Edwin to build a new Mimic to replace David, but
It doesn't make sense. It's terrible, and there's no logic behind it. It happened, and you have to deal with it. You did it before. We can fix things together. I am here to help.
this was the final straw for Edwin. He told M1 to go away, stop pretending to be Fiona, and to leave him alone in his grief. Because of this grief and sadness, it finally pushed him over the edge. He took M1 and uploaded the programming inside of it, identity and all, into a machine where she would be cut off from the house and only within the systems of the factory. The creation of M2, the new Mimic, was built off of the body of M1, but because of some corporate espionage and a looming threat of a hostile takeover by William Afton and his business partner Henry, Fazbear Entertainment learned about the Mimic and did everything they could to destroy Edwin's company to acquire it. They headhunted all of the talent, friends, and creatives involved with MCM for their own company, leaving Edwin with nothing and no one else except for M2. It was during this very awful time that Edwin finally snapped, attacking M2 in an attempt to let out his grief and anger by destroying it.
Stop. You're not him. You're not. Stop sounding like him.
Oh. Yep. M2 learned from this attack, now learning to hate and kill, and being perpetually mimicking its creator's actions and feelings forever. Soon after, Edwin's home exploded, leaving him fatally injured as he begged for M2 to save him, but M2, using Edwin's own voice, mocked him for being alone and neglectful as it watched him die alone.
Test. Journal entry. Too bad the new power test was a failure. Due to a minor detonation. There is damage to my office interior, as well as a small fire. Note to self, portable cleaner that gets rid of smoke damage. Oh, better yet, a Cleanovac attachment.
Help! M2! Respond! Emergency! Call for help!
Daddy's busy, buddy. Why don't you go outside and play?
Wow.
I can't move. I can't feel my legs.
You know, speaking of legs, what do you think? I just finished mine. There are still a few kinks to work out.
I'm sorry, M2. I lost my temper. I was always gonna fix you. Please, call for help. And two, respond.
Oh, can't right now, buddy. We can do something fun tomorrow. I promise. Ask your
Wow.
mom if she's not busy.
Wow.
And two, help.
That's sad. But it's essentially what killed him is his own neglect. You would think that would be enough of an ending for this story, but the story is not just about Edwin. It's about Arnold. It's about the Mimic. And it's about David. As you play through the game, you will have moments and jump scares with the White Tiger, appearing briefly before vanishing in a blink of an eye. What the fuck? It isn't until you reach the underground tunnels that you come face to face with the White Tiger as a chase scene, running from spotlight to spotlight like a cockroach in the dark until you can finally escape. But the whole chase feels different than the rest of the game. It feels supernatural, like the ghost of this costume is haunting this place, and you feel it through the entirety of the game. Over the course of the game, you'll hear these robotic voice lines that sound like a child's voice, but it's very distorted, like a bad signal on a phone call. It'll say things like, "Stop sounding like him," which is specifically something Edwin told the Mimic about pretending to be David in front of him. It's these moments that really make you feel that there is some element outside of the Mimic that truly feels out of your depth. Like in previous FNAF games, the concept of souls haunting and inhabiting these bodies, costumes, or places is very strong. Is this the work of David or something else? I don't know. After finally getting the blueprints, Arnold finds his way back to the security office and is told by dispatch to hand over his data diver and to finally go home. Now, here is where my first playthrough ended because I was both stupid and kind of curious. If you hand over the data diver to the dispatch, you are given a thank you and you make your way to the garage to leave. As you drive off, the Mimic appears in the back of your truck and murders you. This is the bad ending, if you haven't guessed, because that just sucks for our boy Arnold. Where was this? I don't think we've seen that. Maybe we have. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't hold me to that.
Put that data diver in the inventory system. It'll go right to where it's needed. What are you doing, Arnold? It's locked. I'm going to have to keep it locked until you hand over that device.
Then
you can just walk right out and head home.
See, this is I don't trust you.
I really don't going to have to keep it locked until you hand over that device.
Fine.
Then you can just walk right out.
I thought this was one of those moments where you had a choice.
Good work. Head
What are
on
you
out,
doing,
it's over.
Arnold?
I've opened the garage for you. You can just hop in your van and drive home.
So, I'm just gonna do this for the sake of it, and then I can come back and try to get a better ending.
Enjoy your life.
This is one ending.
Arnold, there you are. We've been trying to get a hold of you all night. Why didn't you answer?
Yeah.
Fazbear Entertainment has no other option but to let you go.
What? I just talked to you. You told me to give you the data diver and I could go home.
So you admit it? You misplaced company property.
No, I gave it to you.
Fazbear Entertainment will hold you personally responsible for lost or stolen property. What did you expect would happen?
I did everything you told me to.
Don't call us. Our lawyers will be calling you.
Oh no. All right, so we got the bad ending, boys. If you don't decide to hand it over and instead activate the parachute.exe in the helper station, you open a secret hatch that allows Arnold to escape and find the secret project Fazbear contracted Edwin to create. A prototype Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria with prototype animatronics of the original cast, Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy. Hey.
Area is off limits.
Oh, shit.
Arnie, buddy,
Whee! Bye.
you have made your choice. You are not going to make it out of here alive.
I knew that the bad ending was coming because when I was going through it, it was very obvious to me, like, oh, this is the bad ending. All right. Creepy. Hey. The elephants are, I think, the worst. Music Man! Did it? Wait. Oh, he completely broke it. Great job, Music Man, you fucking guy. I'm surprised he lived. That's crazy. That was really close to my ear, and it was just a bunch of robotic moving. But hey, it's my buddy. Hey, bud. Hello. I love this dude. Because that's Freddy right there. And that silhouette looks like Chica. Yeah, that's definitely Freddy. Okay. What the fuck is this? I figured I could get into this. Hello, Mr. Mimic. It's me. Can I get a good look at you? Like, god damn. Jesus Christ. Shut up. The gang. This is Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, and Foxy? I might actually have to look something up here. Secret of the Mimic. What do I do to get Pat's Pizzeria gates? Am I actually crazy? I feel like... I really hope that I'm just missing something and I'm just kind of dumb. Do you see that? The power is out. Their power is being drained when I'm here. Which then makes me think, okay. Perfect. For a sec, what happened to you just now? Did you just take a knee? You tired, bud? You tired? Oh, he's tired.
Test. Journal entry. I got the change
In the
order
shitter?
from
Really?
last night. None of this makes sense. I'm almost done. Why change it now? It would be so much easier to keep using the spring locks. Just hire some teens to wear the suits like we always do.
I mean, they're really dangerous, dude.
You give me no other option. Enter.
Fiona? It's here that we learn that the computer program that Edwin uploaded M1 into is here, and its name is F10-N4, also known as Fiona. This computer program, this mimic, was who was talking to us throughout the night as dispatch. It tells us that it hasn't heard from Edwin in quite a while and that we should go check up on him in the manor. It gives us a message for Edwin, saying to tell him that it loves him and that he should fix the M2. We take a ride through the underground rail that connects the factory and the manor, and we finally arrive at the Murray residence. The home is broken apart with holes through the walls, broken furniture, chains hanging from the ceiling. It's a mess, and walking through it is the mimic in a suit of broken parts of other animatronics looking for us.
Summary, nothing to worry about. You got this.
Thank you.
Think positive and believe in you.
David. My name is David. I know that's his kid, so... And then one of the voice lines is about, like, don't sound like him, so he probably died. As we go through the house, we find film reels of the life of Edwin's family and some of the good and bad times throughout their lives. David's birthdays, Fiona's death, Edwin always being busy to spend time with his family, Edwin and M1 planning David's birthday party. Everything is just so sad and full of regret in these movies. You can feel that these people were good and that they loved each other, but everything started falling apart and Edwin couldn't put them all back together.
David, look at this. Look, look. Arr, arr, arr. Ahoy there, shiver me timbers.
Oh, honey, you're scaring him.
No, he loves it. Look, see, he loves it. Arr, yarr, arr, yarr.
Okay, you're getting a little intense there, buddy. That actually scared me. Him coming into the room, that actually scared me.
You better start opening. There's a lot to open. I gotta get back to work.
Okay.
I miss you.
Oh, and he's holding the tiger. He's holding the tiger. The blue and green eye tiger. All right. Piece of paper required. Now I just need to find a pen or pencil or whatever. I do have a pencil, actually. He's gonna be like, oh my god, what happened here? There's so much shit. Oh my god. This is awful. What was that noise? So I assume the order of this, whatever code we're getting, is going to be based on the timeline of events. So, green, I believe, was David's first birthday, where everyone was pretty engaged and everyone, like, Edwin, even though he was kind of intense, he was there and he didn't talk about work. Blue was after Fiona's death, when David was older, because he could speak. And then this is David's second birthday, where Edwin is kind of prioritizing. Oh. Also, never mind, because it could also just be this right here. Green, pink, blue, and I assume red and yellow are the last ones I need. That is funny. Okay, never mind. I thought I was piecing together a timeline here.
Fiona, did you make this?
I baked it myself
What?
for David's special day.
After getting a secret code in the movies, we finally reach the inner sanctum of Edwin Murray, only to find out he was fatally injured in an explosion, roasted by his own creation, and left to die. As we escape, the Mimic chases us through a collapsing and burning factory. All the robots and animatronics in the building run as it all comes tumbling down, the Mimic hot on our heels. We escape barely in our truck before realizing the Mimic found its way on top of the truck, breaking the window and causing a burning crash. As we lie there struggling to survive, the Mimic comes and rips the data diver off of us before leaving us to die in the wreck. Once again, this ending fucking sucks for Arnold. Buddy. I love you, big guy. Little big guy. Uncradle.exe. Not much I can do here. What do I do? Do I just try again? Oh, I might have to... Maybe? Well, it's the only place that actually looks like it. Okay, then I'll try this. Hi. Wow, the Mimic just hates elevators. Where do you think you're going?
It's not too late.
It's a little late. Somehow I knew we were going to be running through this tunnel. Somehow I knew. Oh, I have to go through the gate. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Running around at the speed of sound. Got no place to go. Gotta follow my rainbow. The very obvious switch. Didn't expect that. Didn't expect that. Didn't expect that. Kill his ass! Look at all these animatronics! I feel bad for them. Oh wait, before. Okay. Okay. We got out of there. Get the hell out of here. Really, you son of a bitch? Really? He still gets me? Please let it just a roaming truck just hit him. When you start in New Game Plus, by the time you make it to the security room inside the factory, you find a new present waiting for you, the White Tiger doll. You can progress through the game as normal, but if you spend your time collecting all the presents and storing them in the inventory system, you can use them in the Moon.exe minigame. One of these presents were the bane of my existence, but I'm gonna talk about that later. This next part is going to be talking about the Moon.exe minigame, which is up for interpretation, so take this with a grain of salt. Playing through the Moon.exe minigame shows you the journey of a small child escaping his bedroom from the ever-present and angry-looking Moon character that will drag the child back to their room to go to bed. In this game, I believe the Moon is Edwin, the little owl and child represents David, and the sun represents Fiona, which we can prove because she literally shows the sun character on her monitors when you meet F10-N4 in the pizzeria. The game follows the journey in finding the sun, the truth of what happened to Edwin and his family, and leading you to upgrading your data diver with a new glitch security permission. With this new permission, you have access to doors in the house that have a glitched door lock. Inside, you can find tapes for bedtime stories. Collecting all 6 tapes opens a hidden vent that leads directly into a boarded and locked room that we couldn't reach before. This is David's room. After placing David's white tiger doll on top of the Storytime pedestal, you notice M2 come out of the closet. This time, though you see it has blue eyes instead of the usual orange, it stays relatively small, almost child-size, before expanding and reaching to hurt Arnold. If the player presses the buttons in the correct order, the Mimic opens up its chest and allows us to use the glitch permission to fix the M2 and allow it to deactivate and fall asleep as David in his bed.
Welcome to bedtime. Would you like a story to help you sleep?
Hold on. Someone's missing. David?
Where's David? Alligator, bear.
Wherever you are. There you are.
Do you remember how our story begins? Once upon a time.
That's right. And the alligator was swimming in the lake.
Alligator, dog, bear, chicken.
Do you remember what happened next? That's right. A pesky little puppy yapped and played fetch. Oh no! What did they do?
I'm sorry, David.
That's right. A roly-poly bear joined the others and offered his honey, but then he spilled it all over them.
Oh no!
That's right. The chicken saw everyone arguing. The group yelled and gnashed their teeth, and it scared the chicken, and she ran away. This shocked all the friends, and they realized that anger didn't solve anything. They all started a band and lived happily ever after. The end.
There we go. We finished it.
The moral of the story is that friendship is the real treasure. Now it's time for bed.
Oh, he's kind of cute.
Your parents love you. Sleep tight.
Good night, David. This is the last ending I could find in the game, and though I don't think it's the canon ending, it was sweet to allow some part of this family a chance to rest in peace. Now, theory-wise, I do think M1 was actually Fiona in some way. In some text and audio logs, Edwin even admitted that he had no idea why M1 was behaving this way. I believe this could be the cause of possession from Fiona in some way. Her feelings and memories made manifest and then taking control of some endoskeleton that Edwin created. This could also explain the supernatural essence of the White Tiger throughout the game, and especially in the underground tunnels where he chased us until we came out on the other side. This could be the lingering resentment, sadness, and memories left behind by David that caused such a painful relationship between him and his father. This is even mirrored in the Moon.exe game. As the child, we view the ruins of a happy home and the broken and burnt remains of the couple statue in the forest ruins. Either way, this is the end of the main story of the game, but it felt very tight. It felt like there was very little filler or padding. It felt like everything had its purpose and place, which was really appreciated. I really loved these characters, and I really felt sympathy for them as I learned more about their lives and how it all got turned upside down. Okay, now that we're done with the story bits, let's get down to the most important part of this video. Me. What did I think after I beat this game? Well, considering I got the bad ending and knew while I was doing it that this would be the bad ending, I thought there has to be something else I could do to get a different ending. And by God, there was. I loaded my save file again and I found the way through. And after that ending, I realized there was a whole lot of stuff I didn't do, like the collectibles or the minigames. So I dedicated my second playthrough on finishing those things, and it opened up to me a whole new ending that I wouldn't have known even existed. I was really surprised at how much there was to do in this game, and how much of it required a normal playthrough before getting into New Game Plus. Ultimately, I think it made the whole experience that much more impactful for me. The story hit harder. The extra lore I found explained so many things I had questions about, and some even left me with more questions instead of answers. After my first playthrough, I realized how much fun it was to be scared and really play through the horror of trying to out-hide and run away from a monster that could be in any costume at any moment. I was scared shitless for a lot of my first run, barely wanting to get out of a locker, but eventually I worked up the courage. I am not scared! I am not a pussy! Hello. Are you friend-shaped?
You haven't seen anything unusual yet, have you?
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Head back to the
Did
security
not
office
notice
and
that.
I'll give you more instructions
Okay.
on what exactly we need you to retrieve for us.
Hello. Okay. I remember walking into that first hallway with all the costumes and storage. I almost shat myself because I knew something bad was going to happen here. Then I saw the fucking elephant costume move. I'm not going to forget that for a while. It's going to haunt me. That shit was too scary. All right, we're just going to power on through here, gang. Oh, shit. But the elephant is gone. The elephant is fucking gone. I hate this. I think that's why I decided to do the 100% for this game. Even after getting the normal ending, I wanted to know more about these characters, this setting, and what could possibly be the secret ending to this game. I wanted to learn it all, and boy howdy, did I. At first, I realized that I didn't want to waste too much time hunting these things, so instead, I researched on where the collectibles were located and even realized I had forgotten so many places. Seriously, I remember taking note of a dark hallway but never going back down there in my first playthrough. It had so many collectibles down there. What the hell was I thinking? The biggest things I had to remember going into this new playthrough was to not waste time and to make sure I hit everything I needed to while I was there. That means knowing how to move around the Mimic while he's on patrol. Can you see me if I'm in here? Hello. That wasn't even me. That was just the door. Knowing how to play the mini games, knowing where all the presents, logs, and audio recordings are. It also means knowing how to get through all the puzzles and chases as quickly as possible. What's up, dude? I recorded all the standard codes for each of the keypad doors, even remembering the pattern used for the last door in the last area of the game so I know which random number goes into which position. I even made note of areas that I forgot to check back in on after getting executive permission in my first playthrough. With all this in mind, I felt like I had a pretty good handle on this new playthrough to 100% everything. But I was wrong. I ended up failing so many times in different parts of the game. For instance, one chase killed me so many times, I started gaslighting myself into thinking that I glitched my first playthrough because I couldn't believe I didn't make it through his stupid lanky-ass legs and arms. Another section I absolutely hated was the secret area that you need to unlock and find to unlock one of the presents for the secret ending. I'll just say this for now, the moon is bullshit. I do really want to make clear, though, that I loved this game a lot, especially as one of my first actually played Fnaf games. I thought it had such a strong story idea, a strong cast of characters, plenty of terrifying costumes for the Mimic to wear, bosses were thematically great for each zone. Oh my god, I almost forgot one of the best things in this game. The music. Dude, the music for this game is so good that I was impressed whenever something happened. During one of the chases about midway through the game, you see the boss coming out, and all of a sudden you hear this like symphony of rock and just like dread play over, and you can only just be amazed at how terrifying but cool it all feels together as the chase starts. The lore in the logs and items and recordings really highlighted the lies and troubles that these characters went through before it all got to this point. The journey of how the Mimic was created and how it became the unstoppable monster it is now, the emotional highs and lows of these characters kept drawing me in deeper and deeper until I found myself really hurting after that secret ending. All this is not to say there weren't things that I didn't like about the game. There were a few mechanics, levels, choices, and glitches in the game that really put a little bit of a hamper on the game for me. Not enough for me to fully discredit it, but enough for me to groan in frustration until I just gritted my teeth and pushed through it. One of the biggest things that annoyed me was that though the game was somewhat linear, it was really obtuse in showing you what you needed to do or how to do something. I don't want to explain too much, but there are a few moments where I was genuinely baffled on what to do until I looked it up online and went, this is stupid, I feel like this should have been a lot more clear in the game.
This is the spoiler section. Be warned about the spoilers that I'm about to speak. If you don't want to be spoiled, skip ahead to this timestamp.
The first time I really had an issue was when I was in the underground tunnels with the White Tiger. I knew I had to go to the spotlights in each section, but didn't realize that if I stayed too long, it went out, or spotlights need more than just a second to turn on so you know where to run. I died to this mechanic a few times because I was unsure if I was supposed to run further out or to the next one or not, because sometimes the White Tiger would just be there. I don't even know what's gonna happen here. Cool. This is creepy. Okay, I didn't know if I was supposed to get to him or not. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, I think I'm dead. Oh, am I supposed to just look at him until he disappears? This is a weird thing to do. This is fucking weird, but I like it. Jesus Christ, that actually got me that time. Go away. Okay, so I looked away for a second and then he was there. No, it's just how maybe I need to wait more. I don't know. Maybe I have to look at him again. Cause now I'm just kind of like, I'm confused mostly. I don't think I fully understand this. Like, yeah, that was stressful, but it was like stressful and not the like scary way. It was like stressful in the way where like, I hope I don't fuck up and get sent all the way to the beginning of the part again. Another level I hated was the secret moon level, wherein you have to go to the retail showroom elevator and need to get David's ball from down below. The whole layout of the room is a maze, making you use one of the star orphans to light the way to the pedestal of each section, using it to power on the lights for that section, and then you have to avoid the moon as he hunts you down while you bring the special puzzle piece back to the center of the whole place. You have to do this 4 times, most of the time in the dark, like with the white tiger. What are you, Music Man? Oh no, it's Mr. Moon. Yep, that's Mr. Moon.
With roses bed alive.
Yeah. I like the premise. It's not terrible. Yep. There's 4 I need to get? God damn, dude. I'm dead. Something. It may not be. Who knows, right? It might not work the way I think it does. But I mean, fuck it, right? Let's give it a shot. I mean, not really much of a difference, but yeah.
Good night with roses bed alive.
That actually got me a little bit. This shit sucked more than it was fun to play with. I was stressed, and not in a way that was enjoyable like watching a horror movie or getting flirted with by a pretty girl. Using darkness in a game like this makes sense, but honestly, in this game, it felt like a chore, because I could not see 2 feet ahead of me at any given moment, especially with the Star Orphan light. I dreaded these levels so much that I just looked up a guide on what to do and what path I should take because I wanted to get it done as quickly as possible. Another thing that happened frequently was the mimic spawning in a costume right as I was walking in front of it, allowing me little to no time to react before I got jumped. Okay, we got one. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. So he was in another skeleton, in another costume. And then all of a sudden he's back over here. Okay, you know what? Whatever. This happened a lot when I was moving through a place and needed to get somewhere like a door or to an item. I would say roughly 75% of the time he spawned in a costume right in line of sight whenever I just walked near, and I just got killed instantly. Another glitch that happened all too often was the mimic AI getting stuck in place while I was hiding in a locker. Sometimes I would have to just let it kill me so I could reset it and have it patrol normally again. He is so cute in that costume. I really love this look. The mushroom men are actually so perfect. It looks like something you would see in like Final Fantasy. I love this. Keep it moving, Mushroom Man. Aw. Twisting and swaying. What is he doing? Just move, dude. This guy's not moving at all. Is he glitched or something? He might actually be glitched if he doesn't move. Yeah, I think he might be glitched. He doesn't know what to do. Oh! Okay. Like, what can you do in that situation? Like, honestly. The only time this kind of thing worked to my benefit was in the warehouse. After entering a locker, Chica just straight up disappeared from the level entirely. Another time, I crouch walked over a chair in the Storytime Showtime area, and I literally got stuck in a wall, so I had to restart my game so I could start over. These things were unlucky, and just cause shit happens. I'm not going to hold this game to such a high standard that I'll burn it at the stake for getting things wrong sometimes. It's just frustrating because a lot of these things just stopped a lot of progress I made, and I had to redo it over again. It's not the end of the world, but it was very frustrating and annoying to go through.
Was that the bite of 87?
Overall, though, this game was really good, and I think it's something everyone should play if they're a fan of horror. Regardless of if you're a Fnaf fan or not, this game provides a solid storyline, interesting characters, an amazing setting and monsters, and music that blew my mind. Like Security Breach, Secret of the Mimic focused a lot on the third-person horror adventure style of gameplay that focused on survival and collecting. It expanded on the world and added a new layer of intrigue and mystery that fans want more of. They want to see characters shine and expanded upon. They want to see how things operate and work in this world. As I said before, I wasn't a big fan of the original FNAF games, but I did like the idea of the lore a lot. I've seen a few posts and comments talking about how FNAF should go back to that style of gameplay again, but honestly, I think for these kinds of stories, FNAF should lean more into the Security Breach and Secret of the Mimic style of gameplay instead. These games showed me a world that felt lived in, a world with monsters roaming around hunting people and stuffing them inside of animatronics and costumes. A world where you can find all these pieces of people all around being able to put together their life story. These games need an interactive experience that allows players to immerse themselves in this world and see it through so many different lenses like text logs, audio logs, visual displays of the environment or people. One of the most memorable moments for this game, to me, was during the first level. In the back rooms of the lobby, you find a costume surrounded by flies. When you go to inspect it, you realize there's a corpse inside of there. I love that dude. Now, what is this? This looks like Springtrap. Whoa. What? No way. We found a body, ladies and gentlemen. We found a body. Oh. That's sick. Poking out of the removed right arm of the costume is the human hand of someone from Fazbear Entertainment Security. It was so surprising and shocking, but it really made me invested in how the story was going to continue. Would I end up like this guy, rotting in a costume? What did I do to piss off the Mimic so much that he wanted to cut me down and kill me, you know? In the end, I think this is a really great horror game, and as my first FNAF game, I think it makes me want to go play some of the others, especially Security Breach and Ruin. It was a lot of fun to really delve into this style of game and just to feel so immersed in it. I'm glad I decided to complete this game and see everything it had to offer. I hope they do something like a DLC for it sometime down the road, but if not, this is a good direction for the series to go down. If they continue to make story-focused horror experiences that allow the player to discover hidden lore through their own exploration and playstyle, I think it can only make this series that much more interesting. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Please let me know what you think of The Secret of the Mimic, this video, or just anything, honestly. This has been a really fun experience, and I want to hear your thoughts about it too. But until then, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.